In this corner, we're going to talk about how to find the LCM of two given numbers. I wonder what numbers I'm going to pick. Oh, that was pretty. I think I like the bouncy one better. That's okay. So the least common multiple, we're going to learn 2.5 way, 3 in Canada, of how to find the LCM. The first one is just like how we found the GCF in the previous video, and that is the prime factorization. Previously, we had said that 420 is 2 squared times 3 times 5 times 7. And we said that 600 is 2 cubed times 3 times 5 squared. To find the LCM using the prime factorization, you take the largest exponent among any primes that are in the factorization. And remember, the way we ended this method in the GCF video was we added a 7 to the 0 here. And just for funsies, I'm going to put the 1s in. Makes it a little more visual. So the LCM is going to come from any primes that are listed. You take the highest exponent. So notice the primes that we have listed are 2, 3, 5, and 7. For the 2's, we have a 2 squared and a 2 cubed. So you would say to yourself, which exponent is higher? The 3. So you're going to take the 2 to the third. For the 3's, notice they're both to the first power. So it doesn't matter which one you take. We're going to take the first. For the 5's, notice we have 5 to the first and 5 squared. Take the larger exponent for the LCM, you get 2. And for the 7's, we have 7 to the first and 7 to the 0. Taking the larger exponent, we get 1. 2 cubed times 3 to the first times 5 squared times 7 is 4,200. So this is the small number that 420 and 600 both divide into. That's what an LCM is. So let me recap. Of the 3 methods for GCF and of the 2.5 for the LCM, this is the preferred one in my opinion because it's a 2-for-1 special. For the GCF, you would take the smaller exponents. For the LCM, you take the larger exponents. So you get 2 birds with 1 stone. Don't throw stones at birds. That's bad. They don't like that. So this is the prime factorization method of the LCM. The second method is the dividing by primes method, which we just did for the GCF. And I know it's so much fun. So remember, what you do is you divide out the common primes. So notice first would be 2. Then we can pull out another 2 because they're both even. This is fun. Then they're no longer even, so we can do 3. And then we can say 5. And we'd be left with 7 and 10. And we would stop here because 7 and 10 are relatively prime. Well, this is also a good method to use because it's a 2-for-1 special. Remember, the 2, 2, 3, and 5 off to the left would give you the GCF. But as far as where the LCM is, you multiply all the numbers, the ones you pulled out, and whatever is left over. So your LCM is 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 7 times 10. And I know you're like, Mike, 10's not prime. That's okay, student. Trust me, you're still going to get 4,200. That is your second method, the dividing by primes method. The last method is just using a formula, the LCM of, I'll just say A and B, those are your 2 numbers, is equal to the product of A and B divided by the GCF. So if you know your GCF, which you did because you're a good student and you watched the previous video, we would say 420 times 600. And then remember our GCF was 60. Mike, I need a calculator. No, you don't. 60 goes into 600 10 times. 420 times 10. Large print edition. 4,200. I'll draw a big comma. Comma. We're going to go with that. That's a comma, kids. So those are your 2.5 methods of finding the LCM, the prime factorization, the dividing out by the primes, and using this formula, LCM equals the product over the GCF. Enjoy.